I'm not here to file exactly.
What is it?
I'm not here to file a charge.
What can I help you with?
I'm here to request information about my FOIA request.
About your what?
FOIA request.
Oh, no problem. AYEXIN.
Sure.
Yeah.
Where's the OIG counsel? The lawyer.
I like what he said.
Yeah, he's pretty moderate. Although I like this guy.
Have a seat, man.
No.
Who did you file the charge against?
I beg your pardon?
Who did you file the charge against?
Say that.
My previous employer. The issue here is FOIA.
I have to look at it.
I can give you the documents. That's fine. I'll do that.
You came in the file today?
Yes.
I have a meeting at 1:45. But I'll see.
Can we multitask? Can I do this while we talk?
Yeah, let me ask.
Because I don't want to be an issue.
Keep going. You won't, and you'll be taken care of. Don't worry. No matter what, if you want to file, you'll get it in the system today, and that stops the statute from tolling, because you go 300 days back, and we can always follow up by phone and email. But I think we'll have time. Don't worry.
Okay. Sir, if you want to, I want to file a complaint against Action Management, who's my employee, and Maximus, who I contracted with.
Do that.
How do I list
You have to
it?
have 2 different charges.
For the,
So it'd be best to fill out 2 questionnaires. Was your employer or the contracting company the decision maker that you said with? Was it a client?
both the client.
Yeah. Okay, we'll hash it out in private. But fill out another questionnaire with your name and the employer information,
Okay.
and then
Yeah, it's in our mediation. In our mediation. We're trying to set up a mediation between you and the judge. Uh-huh. Yeah, okay, well, it's still in mediation. it over. You have access to a fax machine now with your additional information. One second, ma'am. Have a seat. Your FOIA request not in this office. It's in headquarters, I think.
Also, I need you to look at this. I need like field office pro. I need to talk
The
with.
field programs now.
I need to talk with the chair, preferably Miss Jenny Young. understand that. Yes, and I previously made a FOIA request with the EEOC. It was.
We don't have jurisdiction over Missouri, so we wouldn't have anything in this.
The Office of Investigative. I'm here to request my FOIA request. The email is very specific. I'll direct you to that email. Yes, that one.
Okay, so we are the office, we are the Washington Field office. This correspondence is not from us.
Who's it with?
So this doesn't have anything to do, I'm gonna come out, I'm gonna bring you your papers back.
So for you to get a copy of your file, you have to send a letter to the Missouri office that handled your.
No, but
Sure.
the physical address is very clear. 131
No,
M
but
Street
this-
Northeast.
This is different. This says that you made a complaint to the Office of Inspector General, right?
Yes.
And it says to file a complaint regarding processing of your charge, you need to do this.
The
This
Office
doesn't
of-
have anything to do with a FOIA. This is telling you if you have a complaint, you need to write your letter to this address. You understand?
No, I'm still very confused because it is my understanding that equal employment opportunity, according to the sample, according to this tablet I just received, it is against the law to retaliate against an employee who has filed a claim.
Yes. So,
But the retaliation has already occurred.
all right, so did you file, but you filed a charge against the Missouri Department of Mental Health? We
Yes.
don't have jurisdiction over, where did you file the charge at?
I filed it like in St. Louis,
Okay, so you have to send your FOIA request to St. Louis.
but I've already made that FOIA request.
Okay, so then you have to follow up with St. Louis. We
No,
don't
but-
have any control over your FOIA request.
It's 131 M Street Northeast, am I wrong?
This is 131 M Street Northeast. We are the Washington Field Office. We don't have any control over St. Louis. This correspondence that you received
To
is
follow-
regarding your complaint about how your charge was processed, correct?
No, this correspondence is with regards to the FOIA request I
No,
made.
it is not. Read here. To file a complaint regarding the processing of your charge of discrimination, you should contact the Office of Field Programs, which has oversight of discrimination claims and is giving you the address where you need to send your complaint. It's telling you to send it to the EEOC Office of Field Programs.
No,
And
but
at this
I've already,
address.
I've already pressed a Title VII complaint with the EEOC for not enforcing the law within
Okay.
federal court.
Okay, so then there's nothing we can do for you here in this office.
No, but we need to talk about what's going on and about EEOC jurisdiction overall and how it has not been enforced in my case. The law, for example, prevents that anyone who has filed a claim of discrimination, like for example, be not retaliated. After having filed with the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, I was arrested. That was like a continuation of retaliation. I was complaining during my work while I was working at my previous employment, what I was like. No, I need to. No, I'm in the right office. I can't go back to St.
No,
Louis.
Sir, you are not in the right office.
No, I am in the right office. 131 M Street Northeast.
Yes, we are the Washington Field Office. What
And
does
I-
this say?
EOC Office of Field Programs.
This is not this office. We are the Washington Field Office. So we have jurisdiction over DC and Northern Virginia, not St. Louis.
Who's the attorney in charge?
I am the acting deputy director. So if you have a complaint about how your charge was processed by St. Louis, you need to address your complaint to this office at this address.
Well, that's fine. I have.
You can go and, what is this?
It's additional documents.
Okay, but this has nothing to do with your complaint.
It does have something to do with the, because I was arrested afterwards and I filed an entry of appearance and I was wrongfully charged.
You were arrested for trespass.
Yes, wrongfully.
Okay, then that's something, a matter that you have to pursue in criminal courts.
No. It's the EEOC has proper jurisdiction because I should
No,
never,
we do not.
I should never have been arrested nor fired in the first place.
Okay, so then you have to file your complaint with St. Louis.
No, but there's still a problem in St. Louis. They have not enforced the law. They have not given me a contract.
Again, if you have a complaint about how St. Louis was processing your charge, then you need to address it to this office at this address.
Well, I am in the right office, am I not?
No, you are not. You are in the
Where-
Washington field office. You
Where
are
is this?
in,
Where is this office then?
it is in this building, but it is not this office. The Office of Field Programs does not see people from the public. If you have a
Are you
complaint.
saying I cannot speak with the
No,
chair,
you-
Jenny Yang?
No, you cannot speak with Jenny Yang.
Why is that?
Because Jenny Yang is not going to see someone who comes in off the street, who comes into the Washington field office. Do you have an appointment with Jenny Yang?
Well, is there no way to schedule one?
No, there's no way to schedule one.
Why is that?
If you have a complaint that you want to address to the chair, you need to put it in writing and send it to this address. You can write it out right now and I'll make sure it gets to her. Go ahead, go sit, you can sit right over there in that corner over there. Let me
What?
give you some paper.
No, but I need someone to. No, I need someone to review the documents I have with me.
Sir, we cannot give you legal advice.
No, I'm not
you-
asking you to give me
Yes,
legal.
you are.
No, I'm not.
Is this your bag?
Yes, it is my.
Come on, let me take you over here so we're not disturbing each other so she can file her papers.
No. You're not giving me legal advice. I am in the right office. I have made a FOIA request, which was not respected. You're not even looking at the issues I have raised.
I have looked at your documents, sir.
Okay,
Please
then let's
have a
review.
seat.
Okay,
Have a
let's.
seat.
We need
Have
to.
a seat. Please have a seat.
We need to review
I
them.
need you to sit down and calm down.
Well,
Okay?
I'm calm.
No,
Why don't
sir,
you sit
You are
down?
not calm, because I need to be able to look at these
Okay,
documents.
you sit down too then.
No, that's not necessary.
Okay,
This-
let's review the documents one by one.
Okay, so this is from your hospital.
Yes.
Okay, what does this have to do with you filing a charge of discrimination? It's from last year.
Yes, it was from last year, and this letter is in regards to my correspondence with the Office of Quality Monitoring, saying that there was 21 previous complaints about the institution I was working in. Complaints which involved rights and responsibilities of the individual, environment of care, human resources, leadership, medication, management. All of this falls within the jurisdiction of the EEOC. Are you saying they don't?
It does not. It does not.
Let's review.
Our
No,
jurisdiction-
let's review
no,
the
no,
jurisdiction.
listen, stop. I need you to stop for a minute, okay? And I need you to calm down and listen to me. The EEOC is responsible for investigating claims of discrimination based on race, color,
Yes.
national origin.
Yes.
Yes,
I
you
understand.
understand?
I
You
understand that. I understand
Okay.
that.
And so if you feel that you were retaliated against because you filed a charge, then you need to file another charge with the St. Louis office because they handled the previous charge that you filed, correct?
No. I'm not going back to St. Louis because there's still a warrant pending for no crime committed. That's a continuation of retaliation. I'm not sure how to explain that to you.
It's
When I was
because it's
working,
not.
no, but it is. How are you?
No.
How are you defining retaliation?
Retaliation is that you've been discriminated against because of engaging in protected activity. What is the adverse employment action that has happened to you as a result of filing your charge?
As a result of filing my charge.
Yes, what is the adverse employment action? It has to be related to employment. It can't be something else. It has to be related to employment. So how is it related to employment?
Well, are you saying that when someone raises issues of human rights in the Department of Mental Health and consequently gets demoted, fired, arrested on 3 consecutive occasions, that is not retaliation?
Did you
and the
file- did
EOC
you-
does not have jurisdiction?
Did you file a charge with St. Louis after that happened?
You have not answered my question. You're asking me more question without answering more.
I am asking the question because I'm asking you because I need to find out how it is related to your employment.
Well, it is related in the sense that I was raising human rights concerns about, for example, you mentioned the letter of Nelson Hermila. Okay, let's look at this Title VII complaint.
If you're already in court, how are we?
Because I am in court, but I am too poor to be paying the fee. That's the issue here. I have an employment problem in this country.
Okay, so if you filed, you have to request for them to appoint an attorney for you pro bono.
Who's they?
You have to.
Well, I've already made that motion. There
So
you go.
You made that motion?
Yes, I have made that motion,
Then
but
that, I can't do anything about that.
no. I'm here to inquire about EEOC laws. I'm here to talk about EEOC laws. I'm here like to actually go in depth about EEOC laws because I believe I have like a fair understanding. I've been dealing with them now for quite some time. The issue here is that I was arrested and I have an employment problem as well.
When were you arrested, sir?
I was arrested on 3 consecutive times. I was arrested on December 2013, March, May, and plans were made afterwards to arrest me again. And then I said no, that 3 times is enough, like I'm not going back for a fourth. The issue here is that I have made a habeas corpus motion. This time, if I go to jail, it's for a period of 6 months. It's if I go back to Missouri, I will be arrested for no crime committed for a period of 6 months. That is basically what is going on. And so what I have done right now is filed a habeas corpus motion in D.C. I mean, I believe like this charge should have been like dealt with within the EEOC office. I really should not have gone to federal court. I believe like overall like the EEOC office should have gone to federal court on my behalf.
Well, that is not your decision. That is the EEOC. That's within EEOC's discretion as to whether or not it will file suit. And because this is against the Department of Mental Health, the EEOC has no authority to file a lawsuit against them. Only the Department of Justice does.
Only the Department of Justice has
Yes.
authority to file.
Yes, we do not have authority to file a lawsuit against a state and local agency.
Well,
The
but
Department of Mental Health.
Are you
is a
saying you
state.
do not have authority to intervene when retaliation is taking place?
You have to go to the Department of Justice.
Well, the Department of Justice doors is closed, but the EEOC has proper jurisdiction in enforcing the law when it is broken, especially when it concerns.
We have authority to investigate
Do you have?
charges of discrimination.
Well, okay, let's charges of discrimination. For example, I asked for a public counsel be granted to me, a motion which was never heard, and I was consequently arrested too. Yes, other people are getting arrested too.
Okay, this is just samples of what a complaint should look like. You don't, summons that haven't been served. This is a FOIA to the Department of Homeland Security.
Why don't you look at the subpoenas which were previously filed, but look at how they came back? Are you saying that's not an issue?
This is from the Department of Justice.
Yes, that's the letter of Nelson Hermelo. I understand that.
Right, so this is someone who's telling you that this is what they're telling you about in response to your FOIA request.
Yes.
And how you can appeal to get this, but you haven't, there's nothing in here showing me that you did that.
Well, why should I have make an appeal when I'm getting arrested? I'm getting arrested. Trumped up charges are being brought against me, and I don't have access to a contract. And when I make an FYA request, I'm being told that I should make an appeal, even though the law states clearly that I can email a request and it should be granted to me by law, a contract.
There's no contract that says that.
Well, the FOIA request is very clear. I would direct you to the email I previously sent to the OIG office, for example.
Okay, that has not, again, it has nothing to do with the Washington field office.
It does have something to do with it because you overall are in charge of all the EEOC office.
No, we are not. We have jurisdiction, as I've explained to you on multiple occasions, of the Washington DC area and of Northern Virginia. I do not have control over St. Louis or any other office within, they are a field office just like I am. If you have a complaint, as it said in the letter, regarding how your case was processed by St. Louis.
No, no, it's not. It's not a question of how my case was processed. Are you saying should have been arrested?
I have no.
Are you saying that does not fall within
Sir,
the area
sir,
of
It
retaliation?
does not fall within what we do. Do you think that there is some reason why you weren't, that you should not have been arrested? You have to pursue that through the criminal courts.
No, no, no. It's an employment matter,
Oh, so you're saying.
and it's a
so
civil
you're saying-
rights matter.
So you're
I'm
saying
saying
you
it's
were not
both.
trespassing?
No, I'm saying I was not.
So you put in a plea of not guilty, correct?
I did, but I was nonetheless found guilty.
Okay, so then.
And I made a motion for a public appointed counsel, as should be given to me according to my Sixth Amendment right, which strictly have become white privileges in this country. Like I'm talking about white privileges quite a bit. But obviously, like, trumped up charges were brought against me.
Okay. When was the last time that you were actually employed with the mental health department?
Well, it was over a year ago. But the issue here is that I do not have employment right now, and I'm having problems with pretty much every jurisdiction here in the United States. I'm having a very hard time accessing records. I'm getting arrested in this country, and I can't access records. I'm stuck administratively speaking. I'm speaking of retaliation, which falls under the jurisdiction of the EEOC.
The retaliation that you are talking about does not fall under our jurisdiction, okay?
What type of retaliation falls under your jurisdiction? Are you saying, for example, when someone raises human rights concerns and consequently gets demoted for raising those human rights concerns, that does not fall within your jurisdiction?
Wasn't that part of your complaint?
I beg your pardon?
Wasn't that part of the complaint that you filed with St. Louis?
Well, that was part of the complaint.
Right, so then you've already addressed it. And it's now, if you try to readdress it, we wouldn't take it. You've already made those claims, correct?
No, but I've made those claims.
Right, you've already made those claims.
Are you
with-
saying that
with
does
the
not
DO
fall within an area of jurisdiction?
It did fall within our jurisdiction, that's why we took your charge. But your charge is no longer pending with the EEOC.
Well, I still have not received the letter that was supposed to be granted to me by law of Sean Oliveira. Yes, that was the person who was investigating, even though James Wilson was there before.
Okay, these are people who are not in this office. If
No,
you
no.
Sir, I understand that you were frustrated.
No, no,
and you
I'm
are
not.
confused.
No confusion
you-
here.
you
Are
are-
you saying that? Are you saying that there is no retaliation taking place here?
I'm saying that if you have a retaliation complaint, you need to raise it with St. Louis.
No, but I can't raise it with St. Louis because there is a warrant over there.
You can send it and you can fill out the form and mail it to them.
But it doesn't matter. What I'm asking for right now is very specific, and it's a question which you have not addressed. Are you saying that when a person gets demoted and consequently, because I wish I was talking to the St. Louis office about this, but I can't really go back to Missouri, and now I am in the DC area, and so because I can't go back to Missouri because of the warrant that's still pending for no crime committed. Again, I'm supposed to be very clear with my wording. There is no retaliation taking place. When a person gets demoted for raising human rights concerns, are you saying that does not fall? That's not retaliation and does not fall.
If it results in an adverse employment action, can be considered retaliation.
So
But at the time, there was no employment. What was the employment relationship between you and the Department of Mental Health when you were arrested? Were you arrested because of something that happened with the Department of Mental Health?
Yes.
What happened with the Department of Mental Health that resulted in your arrest?
Well, they wouldn't give me my money.
Okay, and so you were arrested for trespassing, correct? That's what I saw in these papers.
Oh yes, they wouldn't give me my money. Like
Right,
they
so,
owed me thousands of dollars.
right, so if you were arrested for trespassing, that is not an employment relationship. You were trespassing. You were no longer an employee
That's
of
not
the
exactly
company.
true.
You were no longer,
No, no, that's not exactly true.
you were found guilty, correct?
Well, that's not exactly true. But yes, because like crackdowns are taking place, and I'm talking a lot about crackdowns in this country. I'm talking about post-constitutional America. I do not have a PhD, but lots of people with PhDs are talking about post-constitutional America without having the experience.
What does
No,
that
no,
have to do with
because
you filing that complaint?
I have actual experience about in talking about post-constitutional America. I have more merits of talking about post-constitutional America than any PhD who
Sir,
PhD. No, no, no.
that is very nice that you have this knowledge, but it has
It's,
nothing to
it's
do with
not
you
nice.
filing.
It's actually very, how would you say, not good overall because
But it has absolutely no relevance whatsoever to the issues that we are talking about.
well, let's go back to the issue we just talked about. You were mentioning about my issue of trespass. I still have in my possession a letter of Lori Hollinger dated December 20th of 2013 informing me that I was allowed back on campus to claim my money, basically.
Okay, so that happened 2 years ago, correct?
Well, because but the adverse
Right.
action is still happening. There's still a warrant out for no crime committed, and I'm
It's a warrant out for you for the trespass.
yes for no crime committed. Basically, she's
So
informing.
you're claiming it's no crime committed, but they say that you were
Are you-
trespassing
well, yes.
on their business,
Ab-
at their place of business.
Based upon trumped up charges, the
Okay,
prosecuting
but
attorney.
still, it has no, it doesn't, you are now 2 years later
Yes.
coming in here claiming that you're being retaliated against.
No, no,
You're
no.
not.
Not
It's
to-
not timely.
It is timely because
It's not timely.
because I have.
Hold on.
Miss Carol, can you please give me the printout that you have this
It's not time. It is time.
I need this, that's not the person.
Well, no. It's very nice. It's not. It's not good. It's obviously not good. It's very nice that you have this knowledge. It's not good whatsoever.
Here you have your papers back. Okay, so you already raised retaliation with our,
I did.
yes, and we already addressed it and issued those calls, correct?
What?
I don't want you to lose your laptop.
No, no. Like there's nothing to lose here. The issue here is once again, my battery is dead. But I have the video of the arrest that preceded like all these trumped up charges that was like going before. Again, I must insist to you that there was a letter dated on December 20th of Lori Hollinger informing me that I was allowed to claim my property. And the arrest report, in the arrest report, they even like the people inside that hospital admit that I had called them on several occasions.
Right.
No, no.
Again, but I'm sorry, sir, it has nothing to do with these charges that you filed.
What do you mean it has nothing to do with those? Are you saying it's not retaliation to be arrested? No, because we have to be very careful about the wording we use. I understand that completely. Are you saying there is no retaliatory practices taking place when someone who has raised human rights concerns consequently gets arrested after being demoted?
Okay, you weren't demoted. At this time, you weren't even employed, correct?
Where?
You were not
No,
employed.
right
You-
now
right,
because
no,
I
no,
no
no,
because
go back. Go back.
Okay.
Let's go
Yes.
back in time.
Yes,
okay?
let's go back in time.
At the time you were arrested,
Yes.
you were not employed with the Department of Mental Health,
No,
correct?
no,
Right, you were not employed.
no.
You were just trying to come and get your property, correct?
Yes, money.
Right, and so they had you arrested because
Yes.
they said you were trespassing on their property, correct?
Yes, that was the claim.
That is not retaliation under the laws that we enforce, okay? If you have a criminal matter, you pursued your criminal matter, correct? And I understand what you're reading there, and you are interpreting it incorrectly. I'm telling you that it is not covered, and even if it was, you are now untimely, because that happened 2 years ago.
I'm
Correct?
untimely.
Right, you only have a certain amount of time to file a charge. You can't wait 2 years and then come back and say, oh, I'm now being retaliated against.
No, 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 but
We addressed your claims.
you have not addressed the claims. You have
We,
thrown out the claims.
right, we investigated your claims and we dismissed them. So if you have a complaint, again, about St. Louis and how they handled your case, you need to put it in writing and send it. And I'm gonna have to ask you to leave because there's nothing further that I can do for you.
There's nothing further you can do.
No, there is nothing further I can do for you, and I've tried to explain this to you. So I'm gonna have to ask you to leave.
Are you saying you won't even discuss the law of the land
No,
with
I'm
me?
not gonna discuss the law of the land with you because I've already explained to you that what you're talking about is not covered by what we do. You had in the complaints that you had, they were against St. Louis.